a story about imagining, building, and creating foundations. It's about hard-won self-worth and acceptance through hand-making beautiful things and learning by doing. Less than perfection or expertise, this is a story about how I gave myself permission to try new things and to share my experience. It's been a long winter for us all, nearly a year now of oppressive restrictions, separation, isolation, and fear.
Did you see how I run really fast?
Some have bore the weight and pain of loss far greater than others. I took this time to retreat in chrysalis. Sometimes dreams change when you're not the only one you're dreaming for anymore. A year ago, I was full speed ahead toward an urban homestead, but things change and dreams rearrange themselves into something new. I'm really wondering how I'm going to pull this whole thing together. I'll figure it out. Urban homesteading is still a dream and a goal we're working toward.
There.
We moved to have more property and be able to grow more food and flowers. However, now we're part of an HOA, so I'm also learning how to do landscaping.
There. I did it.
The emerging field of historical dress has captured my attention in a surprising way. But can I really add another entirely different area of interest to my trailing list of unmastered hobbies? Yep. Yes, I can. It may seem like a narrow and disconnected subject of interest, but for millennia, we have worn clothes, and the style of dress, design of garments, type of fabric, and overall functionality of the garments can tell us so much about a culture, a person, about our human history. What are we but the earth from which we came, the result of countless choices made by those who came before us? And I don't know why I'm making it sound so super cheesy, but history is just really cool, and this is where history and functional art and skilled craft meet in a beautifully nerdy place. The sewing machine wasn't invented until the mid-1800s, so historically, this garment was entirely hand-sewn, which is insane. This project took me roughly 30 hours. I didn't actually keep track, so maybe it was much longer. But if I weren't to have used a sewing machine for most of it, it would have taken me like 1,000,000 hours. Stays are the equivalent of a corset worn by women in the 1700s. Technically, it's not a corset, and if you care to learn about the history of women's foundational garments, check out the videos that are linked in the description. Basically, stays support the human body and create the historically appropriate silhouette, as well as evenly distribute the weight of clothing worn in the period. I'll be loving you always with a love that's true. always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair, always. That's when I'll be there, always. Not for just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always.
Mountain.
So what do you boys think about our new fruit orchard that we're gonna have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited to be able to pick fresh fruit in the summer and fall?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and you can come on my camping trip. Snow Mountain is over there. 10 Snow Mountain is. You can see it.